Good morning, everybody. It's Monday, the 22nd of May, and this morning I'd like to do the G10 FX market review from an Ichimoku cloud chart perspective. There's the usual disclaimer. These are the currency pairs that I'll be monitoring this morning and doing some technical analysis on. So we'll jump straight into the Pro Real-Time platform. We'll look at the Australian US dollar. We had a rebound from old lows here, as well as old highs in terms of support. Previously, when the Australian dollar broke through the bottom in the cloud chart support zone, it kept on rallying all the way down, tested the bottom end of the cloud shadow support here at 73.85, collapsed through that, and then we tested a low of November and then slightly rebounded from there. We now at a major resistance zone, because this 74.52 area is a key resistance zone. The upside potential, if it breaks past this resistance, is back up to the bottom of the cloud here, and we can see this level here, watching that level closely at 75.40. So that's the upside potential. We've had a MACD buy, so there's a couple of points in this trade. It's just a question for the Australian dollar, US dollar to get past this key resistance zone. You can see this from this cloud here. These are key resistance levels with upside potential back up to 75.38, the bottom end of the cloud here. That would be the target. All right. Euro, US dollar. We had a bit of whiplash here with a buy and sell signal in terms of the MACD, but we got back in on the MACD buy. We're now fighting old resistance levels here. Significant resistance at 1160, broke past that. Now the top end of the cloud here at 1240 is the next key major resistance zones. You can see this cluster of resistance here in around the 1.12 level. And we can possibly see a consolidation and a brief reversal in and around these support areas. We're watching very closely to see when the MACD sell signal will come in terms of profit taking on that particular trade. But we are closer to key resistance areas here. If I look at the weekly chart just to see where we are, on the positive side, we broke through the bottom end of the cloud chart resistance here. And we're now looking at this resistance level here is a major resistance zone, double top in terms of cloud resistance here at 112.50 and 112.40. So watching that area very closely for a potential reversal in the Euro US dollar from a weekly cloud chart perspective. Key support here is in around the 110 level and then 109 major support zone. And looking very closely for the front cloud twist to come in. If that twists to the upside, we should see the euro moving higher. But we are at close to major resistance that we had back in May last year, as well as August. So it's going to be interesting to see if the euro is going to maintain momentum and what it's going to do when it gets to this 112.64 zone. Are we going to see a reversal there as it grinds into that old cloud chart resistance zone? Okay. Sterling to sterling, GDP US dollar. We are slowly grinding into the clouds, significant resistance. The target here would be the 132.40. Was that 40? Yeah, 47, 132.50. That zone there, that cloud chart level there is the target for the current rally, because that's the top end of the cloud chart resistance. It's broke through. The bottom cloud is now support, 128. And we are stuck at slow grind into towards the top end cloud chart resistance zone. So these old highs here is a major resistance zone. So just turning to the daily, we can see this significant resistance from a cloud here at 138. And then these highs here at 134. So it's potential to get to that level. Slow grind higher with consolidation risk up and around the top end of the cloud here. Okay, but we have had a MACD sell signal here, so we could see a reversal back down to the top of the cloud here, but these are multiple resistance levels that needs to get through. So it's not going to be an easy ride. We might get another MACD buy when it tests the support at the top end of the cloud here. All right. Now, New Zealand US dollar. Yeah, we are grinding towards the bottom in the cloud. It's a major resistance zone, bottom in the cloud here. It's 69.74. So watching that area for the next key, resistance test. And then these all highs here at the top end of the cloud, and these highs coincide well with the top end of the cloud chart resistance of 70.55, 0 spot 70.55. So that can be the next key resistance zone it can run into. Okay. US dollar CAD had a strong rally after a successful rebound from the cloud here. Support, nice MACD buy. Strong rally then. We had a bit of profit taking place. It's now drifting lower, testing support at the bottom end of the cloud here, the front part of the cloud, 135.08. It's going to be interesting to see if that support's going to hold this week. This 138 level coincides well with this support old high here, which should now come in as a key support zone at 135.00. So looking for support to come in at the top end of the cloud, but watch out. We still got downside. The downside risk is towards 134.50, and then the top end of the cloud you had 133.86. So it can get as weak as that for a potential rebound at the top end of the cloud support zone. So watching very closely this week to see if it's going to break through this 135.06, 135 level support zone. So watching that MACD very closely there. US dollar Swiss franc collapsed to the cloud. Now it's racing to find support again. We've got this cloud chart shadow support line here at 97, and then we've got the bottom in the cloud here, so it's getting closer to significant support zone here of November of 2016. So it's getting close to that. So we could see a potential rebound when it gets to that, and then we have a mean reversion trade back down to the bottom end of the cloud. So we're watching this area very closely to see what might be the potential here. I just want to go to the weekly chart to see if there's anything interesting there. Yeah, we are now looking at this level here, bottom in the cloud here, at 96.98 as a major support zone. So we could see a potential rebound in and around that levels. Okay. Right, turning to the next one, US dollar Danish krone. Also looking at multi-month support lows here, getting close to the 6.620 support zone, so we could see a potential rebound there. It looks like it wants to rebound from the top end of the cloud chart shadow here. You can see this level is 6.669 is major support zone. So watching very closely to see if we're going to get that rebound here, but we're in with this range of a potential rebound to this whole support area. And this support area comes from these lows here at the bottom end of the cloud here from 25th of October, those lows there and the resistance there, 24th of October, those that entire period there from October is a major support zone. So critical to see if it's going to hold or rebound. Its support's going to hold and rebound from this key support zone. Okay. US dollar yen. Also struggling to find, currently testing for support at the bottom end of the cloud. If it breaks through that cloud chart level, we go further short here, down to the bottom end here of this support zone. If it rebounds, we might go long there and then trade it back up to the old cloud chart resistance of 115.10. Note, we've had a MACD sell here, so there is potential risk for it to retest this 110 for support and then rebound from that area. So watching very closely to see if support's going to hold or if it's going to break support and then retest the 110 level, and then the next level to test is 108. So just watch out for that. We currently are, from a MACD perspective, in a short-term downtrend. The US dollar and Norwegian krona, yeah, also testing multi-month support lows here at the bottom in the cloud here. We can see this 8.353 level. Looking very closely to see if it's going to rebound there. Fail that. If the rebound's not successful this week, we could see a test the 8.32 level, and then the next level to test would be 8.281. But those are the downside targets. We've had a MACD sell, so that trade's working out fine. It's just a question of when are we taking profit off the table when it gets to these key support levels, and then we buy those rebounds. Okay. And US dollar, Swedish krona, also a situation where we're testing multi-month support lows. So it's going to be interesting to see where these Nordic region, exotic European currencies, if we're going to trade them from these lows when they get to these support lows and we have a successful rebound from these lows. But watching out very closely to see if the 8-spot 6967 support zone is coming into play here. Okay. But certainly the most interesting here is sterling grinding higher further into the cloud, and then the US dollar, euro US dollar, if it's going to reverse when it gets to this 112.60 zone, 112 zone, a major resistance zone. Okay. And until next time, happy trading.